An interview with Glenn Ibbitson on his forthcoming exhibition, Consignment, in Tregwynt Mansion near Fishguard. Glenn, an amazing series of work. How long has it taken you, and why are your figures constricted by a box?
I started on this project about 3 years ago now. I've recently finished the 100th piece in the series. Well, the idea of the box came from an original, different project, which was about circus performers, smoke and mirrors, and the next person in that suite of paintings was going to be an escapologist. There's a nod to Houdini. So I rigged up a box, a crate, and I got into it with a view to taking some photographs and film and working from that source material to create another one in that series of carnival performers. And as soon as I got into that box, the atmosphere changed. It transformed from a quite light homage to Houdini into something quite significantly darker. And I knew it was going to be more about human trafficking than anything about circus. So far as that's a sort of one of the starting points, it's like all my projects, there are several threads, and the project is where they intersect. You know, you've got superheroes, you've got circus performers, you've got life drawing discipline, and then with this one I've got this underlying theme of human trafficking and people smuggling. And this is where all those interests intersect. It's the project that I've become most engaged in for years, because I feel it's important. I just think it is important, because we're dealing with cosy euphemisms for what is still slavery. And that's at the source of these pieces. I know, it's the whole idea of absorption. When one's working in the studio, the radio's on, news reports are coming in, you can't help but be affected by what's happening around you and what you're hearing about. I mean, I don't have any direct experience of being trafficked or smuggled across borders, but in the same way that Raymond Chandler probably never practiced as a private investigator, you actually transfer all your experience into your subject matter and bring something out of it, which is both reflects the news input that's coming in, but your responses to it as an artist.
You feel an anger when you listen to the radio, and this comes out in your paintings.
And I'm frustrated that we can't seem to do anything about it in our current system, because we're all complicit in it. Yeah, to actually put oneself into a confined space, even for as little as half an hour, it completely transforms the initial idea that you might have taken in that space with you. Some people have seen these compositions as refuges or bolt holes of safety, and in a sense that relates to the people smuggling, where the actual subject to that smuggling is a willing volunteer. They want to better their lives. They're actually happy to confine themselves for a period of time to get to a better life. That atmosphere changes if you flip it into human trafficking, where the subject of the piece is unwilling and they're being sent to a different country for all sorts of different reasons, sort of the sex trade, or perhaps a German audience would respond to this, having been through a period of their history where their country was partitioned. inhabitants of Berlin would probably see something completely different in this subject matter. These would be heroic attempts to cross the Berlin Wall. There were plenty of examples of people actually sort of moulding themselves around the framework of a car to simply get through that border and cross into the West. I mean, there are all sorts of evocations that I think different audiences can pick up on. Whether people get my central idea of human trafficking and people smuggling is incidental, really. If I give them some dots to join up with their own imagination and what they bring, I think that's what an artist should do. Should just provide some pointers for their audience rather than join all the dots together and form a complete picture.
You're not a didactic painter.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I don't know that.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter what.
No, it's quite interesting, really, because I never felt like that. I'll have to think about that.